think we're going to be filled very soon. Oof, that was close. That was very close. Okay, so as soon as we get triggered, I'm going to... so we're in it. Okay, sol goes away. Let's see if we can get our stop loss up to break even, if it'll allow us. 10-15 points, I'm gonna look to start moving it up, if it even gets to that. See, perhaps have a little bit of patience. We're still kind of in a range here. I don't particularly like that, but we've accepted the risk, so. Now we wait. Oh, there we go. There's a good couple of points. I think we'll move to break even. Okay. Now we be patient. Where would I look for profit taking? Perhaps up in this area, if we get there. There we go, come on DAX, that's nice. Let's try and be patient with this one. That is a nice push. What's happening in the FTSE also? Yeah, so first bar negative short in this case. Didn't see much success. Okay, so we're getting kind of up to this area here. I'm going to start looking at taking profit. I might just do it at this point. Let's see if we get another little push. Slightly move that stop loss. I've noticed that when I move the stop loss to break even, it's not quite break even. It's a couple of cents just under. I think I'm gonna go there. I think we got a bit of slippage there. Well, not slippage, but it moved as we were taking profit. All right, what did we get on that? So about 26 points. 26 points on that long trade. Not bad at all. I was looking at this kind of area over here to take profit. Probably should have let it go for a little bit longer, because it seems only now that it's pushing further. But I'm happy with that. I was just thinking to myself while I was making the tea, I'm half expecting a loss to come soon. I have the utmost confidence in my in my strategy. But I know that there are always going to be losses. And I half expect one to show its head quite soon. But I've been quite happy with the way I've been trading lately. I know it doesn't reflect very much on the account, but you know, I'm trying not to place a dollar value to the trades that I'm taking from a profit point of view. I'm trying to look at the points more than the actual dollar value to kind of get rid of the emotional attachment to it. And considering the point value that I've been able to realize, I think I'm doing okay. I think there is an area of improvement. Well, there's room for improvement. But you know, I'm trading a very, very small account, and there have been trades that I've wanted to take according to my strategy that I just haven't been able to take because of the risk profile associated. And that's why I don't necessarily enjoy trading the US session, because I find it to be very, very expensive, and the risk profile to be quite high on some of the signals that I get based on the signal bar range. And I'd like nothing more than to be able to take those trades, because you know, you want to trade your strategy in such a way that you take the signal every single time. That's the only way that you get a meaningful statistic from the strategy. So if, for instance, your strategy only wins, let's say 50% of the time, if you're looking at that over 100 trades, that means that you have to take 100 trades before you see that statistic realized. So, you know, if I'm missing out on trades because of the risk profile associated in the size of my account, I'm battling to get a accurate forecast of what the strategy is actually doing. And I mean, I'm trading the smallest size possible. I can't cut the position size any more than what I have already on the Dow and on the Nasdaq. I'm doing 50 cents a point on both of those indices. I can't go any lower than that. I'd love to be able to get to a point where I can start increasing the position size relative to my account balance. And if I do get a setup where it's showing a bit more of a risk profile, I'm able to actually drop my position size but still take the trade. So end up with a risk that's still acceptable based on my account size, and in that way enable me to still take the trade according to the strategy. So that's what I'd really like to get to. But I mean, up until this point, the points that I've realized trading on, say, the DAX and the FTSE, again, it's not impressive from a dollar value because of the position sizes that I'm using, but I think the point value is pretty good. I mean, if you are doing a position, if you are realizing, you know, 26 points on a position, at the moment it's not very exciting and it's not very impressive, because there's only 50 cents of position size that I'm using. So I'm only seeing $13 on that 26 points, but the whole idea is to lay the foundation and take the trade whenever the strategy calls for you to take the trade, no matter what. When I say no matter what, obviously, you know, have a look at your risk profile first. If the risk is too much based on what your account balance is, then don't take the trade, because then you just risking more than you can afford to risk. If you're not comfortable with the risk, don't take it. But I want to get to a point where if the risk profile is a little bit greater, I'm able to actually be trading at a position size that I can decrease. I can't decrease it any more than I already have. So, you know, I look to future prospects and you know, a 26-point move on the DAX. If I'm trading $10 a point, I mean that's $260. It's, you know, that's when it starts becoming impressive from a dollar point of view. But the whole idea now is to kind of lay the foundation and follow the strategy. Take the loss the way you're supposed to take a loss, move on from it. Understand that there's going to be losses. There's always going to be losses, no matter what you trade, what strategy you trade. It's how you handle those losses and how you manage the trade. So I'm trying to build that foundation so that when I do eventually get up to a point where I'm trading a bit of a bigger position size, all those fundamentals are already in place. And I'm also excited for being able to take every single trade, even if the risk profile is greater, but I'm able to decrease my position size and still be able to take the trade and still have a position where I've accepted the risk completely, but now I'm actually taking part. Because for the past few nights I've had to sit back and watch the Dow and the Nasdaq, you know, trigger me, well, where it would have triggered me into the position, and run at least 50 points in my favor. But I haven't been able to take the position because the risk profile is too great. You know, and I would have taken that trade, win or lose, but the whole point is to try and get to an account balance where I can decrease my position size and still be able to take the trade on a reduced risk profile and take every single position that the strategy is telling me to take, because that's how you build confidence in the strategy. And that's when you can start judging the strategy on a win to loss ratio properly over a period of 100, 200, 300 trades. But right now I'm not able to do that because I can't take every single trade just due to that risk again. I mean, if we look at the Dow, from the US session last night, so, you know, according to the strategy, looking at the school run strategy in this regard, I mean, there's the opening candle, there's the first 15 minutes. So my strategy tells me that at the break of the high of this candle, I need to be long. Okay, but the issue that I'm facing is this signal candle, according to my strategy, I have to have a stop loss on the other end of the range. That's 273 points. Now, even on the lowest position size of 50 cents per point, I mean, that's $135. $135 on an $800 account. That's far too much risk. So, you know, I've got to watch the market go without me. You know. Now, given if I had followed the strategy, it would have probably have in this specific instance, it would have been a break-even trade if I hadn't take profits during this candle. So if I see from break of this candle's high, I would have been looking at 80 points. You know, whether it came back first, or you know, kind of down to this level first, or it went higher first. The fact of the matter is I would have been able to move my stop loss to break even at least. And the whole issue with that is I'm not able to take this trade. And if I was using a risk that I was 100% comfortable with, I wouldn't be in the position where I'm trying to get that stop loss to break even as quickly as possible. I may, you know, spend a little bit of time letting the market ebb and flow the way that it does naturally. And maybe I wouldn't have been taken out for break even there, because I would have let the trade play out a little bit longer, because the risk is not as great. But 270 points? Whew. And that's a decision that I've taken. This is the strategy that I am going to use, so I have to accept that there are going to be trades that I can't take based on this risk profile. I mean, I can go out there and try and find another strategy that allows me to take trades with a smaller risk profile, but I've committed to stick to the strategy. So for good or for bad, so that's just a little bit of frustration that I'm facing at the moment. And that's just based on unfortunately, the account size that I'm trading, and that's all I can afford to trade at the moment. So I don't want to be a crybaby and go on about it, but that's just a current fact. It is what it is. And that's the goal, is to work up to that point and grow the account to the point where I can start increasing the position size on the smaller risk profile trades. But if we do get a 270 point signal candle, I can at least reduce the risk relative to the account balance and still be able to take the trade, because I want to take every signal that the strategy gives me, because that's how I start building meaningful statistics around the strategy, and more than that, confidence in it. And like I say, I know that there's going to be losers. That's just part and parcel. You know, those are trading fees, in a manner of speaking. If you're looking at this at trading as a business, those are just fees that you pay. You know, you're losers. So that was the Dow. Nice rally. Okay, we got about 4.5 minutes left. Alright, let's see if we get filled. Looks like we're going to. Whoop, just not. Yeah, and we filled. Okay. See if we can get our stop loss up to break even. We can flip the switch on the brunch break if we need to. If it does look as though it's going to come back down and stop us out, we can look at taking a short. But right now I just want to get my stop loss to break even after a bit more of a meaningful push, if it does show it to us. 10 or so points. Okay, won't let me as yet. No, okay. Still a bit under, only 5 points. There's 7, there's 8. Yeah, stop to break even. Get it slightly up. Right, now I'm going to leave it. Does what it does. I want to see if it gets up to these highs. I know that's moving the stop loss maybe a bit prematurely, but if we see a push here, I want to see a meaningful push. And there's 17 points, 18, 20, very nice. 21. Yeah, I think we're going to retest these highs. Now, I know I said I'm going to let it run, but that is a meaningful level. And I have only had one trade today. But let's see. Maybe I'll trail the stop a little bit. I'll probably do that now slightly. 4 points. Stop loss. Yeah, I think we're going to test this level and turn around, but let's see. Yeah, just like that. There's the first touch. Pulling back a little bit. I wonder if we can break above these highs. Okay, so current open position, there it is there. It is risk-free, so we've got nothing to worry about at this point. Let's see how far up it can go. Oh, there's my dog barking. Somebody's home. Oh, we're gonna break these highs. And I wonder if we do break those highs, are we gonna run? Seem to be getting stuck on that level at the moment. $33 points, 30 points. See if we get a reversal on the next candle. That's still 7 minutes away. It could reverse on the same candle. What does the 5-minute show? Quite a strong move. I'd expect to see some sort of retracement. Come on, Dex, break those highs. Let's see new highs. Okay, well, I'm going to let this play out for a bit. I'm going to go to have another bathroom break. This tea is going straight through me. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so we're still up at this level, about 34 points. Let's see if we get any follow through with the next candle. It's going to be in about 5 seconds. I fully expect to see a retracement back down, but let's see if there's follow through. Looks like we're going to hold this level, I think. I may look at trailing the stop loss a little bit. Might look at trailing at about 10 points. Just to there. See something out of the trade at least. 10 points isn't too bad. Let's see if we get a break higher here. There we go, that's what we like to see. Come on, come on DAX. FTSE, what are you doing? Okay, so good 40 odd points. Maybe trail a little bit more. We could see a retracement back down to this level. I might look at taking this. I've been trading for a while now, so I've got some other things to do and I don't necessarily want to be sitting in front of the chart managing this trade. I think I'll take this there. Yep, taking it. And now watch it run. Oh goodness. Okay, well, there we go. 41 points and 26 points, so that's a 67.7 point session. Not too shabby from a points perspective. I've said points a lot now. Maybe I should stop saying points so much. I just think it's poignant. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end it there. Another good session. I wonder if we're going to get a retracement back down now. But I'm happy with that.